What is up, guys? I am here to do something that I have talked about in the past and I don't do very often, but I've got a lot of books from the library and I'm going to show you what I hauled in November from my library. Alright, so first we're going to start with manga. I have one more downstairs and I don't feel like going to get it, but it's called like Blue Flower, something like that. It's not very good. When I do finish it and review it, we'll see what happens. It turns out I think that I don't really care for contemporary manga. I'm going to keep seeing until I find something I like, maybe, or I'll just decide that I don't like contemporary manga. That said, I do have this to check out, Princess Jellyfish, volume number 1. I just wanted to get a manga that was female-based and that I hadn't heard much about, and we're gonna give it a shot. I absolutely have no idea what it's about except that there's a girl and she has an obsession with jellyfish. I kind of have a feeling I won't like it, but we're gonna see because it doesn't take long to get through, so we'll give it a shot. Next, I've already talked about this, I believe, if you watched my wrap-up and my vlog. Death Note Volume 1 of the Black Edition, which is technically a bind-up of the first 2 volumes of Death Note. I'm gonna sneeze. But it's not coming. It's so dusty up here. I talked about this to death. Death. I loved it so much that I went and bought all of the editions, so I've got that. You'll see that in my actual book haul, probably, if I do one. I talked about it in my wrap-up, so I'm going to give a huge synopsis. Basically, Shinigami, a death god named Ryuk, drops his death notebook down to Earth. A boy named Light picks it up. In that death note, if you write someone's name and you know what they look like, you can kill them. They'll die of a heart attack or die however you have penned in the notebook for them to die. It becomes a question of morality, of megalomaniac, what's right and what's wrong, and Light trying to rid the world of evil while staying under the radar for the detectives that are trying to figure out who's killing all these people. It's really good. The anime is almost panel for panel. Check it out. Next, I finally got Saga Volume 9. I'm not going to talk much about it because it is the 9th volume of a long series. Always really good. It is about warring worlds and a forbidden love that had a child between them, and they're on the run from the people that are after them because what they have is unnatural. I also picked up Giant Days Volume 8, also Giant Days Extra Credit, but that has been returned to the library. It's about 3 girls who are in university and roommates, and then 2 guys that they're friends with, and it's just kind of the shenanigans they get into. I'm all the way up to 8, which is the most recent one. I believe it is out in August. I won't tell you much more than that because you should just read them. If you like sort of contemporary with a touch of magic in it, check it out. The next 2 graphic novels are ones that I know nothing about, but I wanted to pick them up, especially because I love Image comics. So this is The Manhattan Projects Volume 1, Hickman and Pitara. It's about scientists, and it has to do with the atomic bomb, and I think it has to do with like what scientists can get away with. Not entirely sure, but I like the sound of it, and I will let you guys know how it goes. I'm going through this thing where I want to just like try new series of graphic novels and mangas and see what is underread and have some suggestions for you guys. And on that note, wanting to read things I don't know about to see if they're worth suggesting, I have Nameless. Funny story about Nameless is that I went to renew my graphic novels that were due online, and I'm like, I don't think I checked out a book named Nameless. And I looked over my giant pile of TBR on my desk downstairs where I work, and I was like, oh, shit, yeah, I do. Here it is, Grant Morrison, Chris Burnham. I know nothing about it. The astronomer kills his family, and nothing's what it seems. It's a horror sci-fi, apparently. Oh yeah, it is. Well then, I'll let you guys know how it is. Now we're going to whip through the novels that I have checked out from the library because some of them I've already read and you'll hear about, some of them, I don't know, let's just rip through them. First, A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahereh Mafi. I've already read it, you've seen my wrap-up. There it is. It's about a girl and what she deals with racially and her anger towards people because of it, and joining a breakdancing group with her brother and falling in love and the struggles of being in love with a white boy in a school that's super racist. Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand. Again, if you've watched my wrap-up, I won't say much about it because I think going into this without knowing makes it amazing. Check it out. It's about girls that live on an island and girls disappear on that island. And that's all I'll tell you. Dry by Neal Shusterman and his son Jared Shusterman. This is about a drought basically and what happens when the water runs out. It's dystopian, I believe, and I've heard really good things about it. I'm actually a little bit afraid to read it because environmental things, something I'm very interested in and passionate about, and I don't want to think of a world that is waterless. That's terrifying. Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology. I was really feeling mythology. I think I'm missing Circe by Madeline Miller, and I wanted some more mythology, and Neil Gaiman's my man. It's like one of the only books of his that I haven't read besides Good Omens, which is a book that's been on my TBR for like years and I need to get to. I want to buy it because I love the cover, but I want to read it first and see what's up. So here we go, I finally got a copy. The Last of August by Brittany Cavallero. I read A Study in Charlotte 2 months ago, I think. I really enjoyed it. I didn't expect to, and I did, so I picked this up. I have heard that this is the weakest in the trilogy thus far. There will be a 4th book coming out, I believe in March of this coming year, so I kind of want to try and get to them, but I'm not rushing. But I saw it when I was at the library, and I grabbed it, because that's what I do. I picked up The Boneless Mercies by April Genevieve Tucholke. I love the cover of this, and I saw it at Barnes & Noble, and I saw some hype online about it before it came out. And I want to read it, but I didn't want to buy it because now the reviews are a little mixed, but I do still want to read it. It had initially been on my TBR for Fall into Fantasy as the single fantasy, but I didn't get around to it. I read Sawkill Girls instead to finish it since I'd started that before the fantasy readathon. I would like to get to it eventually. We'll see. Sorry, I dropped a book. My husband's like, "Are you okay?" Yes, I am. I'm just clumsy. All right, and last but not least, I checked out Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff because I own the audiobook and I just haven't gotten around to it, but I've heard of people that read it and listen at the same time because of how it's written, dossier style, and I haven't actually physically looked at one before, and it's super cool. So these are books I'd like to eventually own, but they're expensive. So checked it out from the library. I hope to get to it soon because I really loved the first 2 in the series. Sci-fi adventures on spaceships, shit goes wrong, and AI with super crazy intelligence and a drug, and that's my synopsis. This is the aftermath of those 2 plot lines, I think. I don't know. I don't think you can see. I got all these books and all these books. So there's my library haul. That's it, a lot of books. We have had discussions about how it doesn't seem like BookTube does a lot of library things. We all buy books, consumerism, very good discussions about it, but I do use the library a lot. I renew my max times, which is, you can renew at my library 4 times, 3 weeks apiece. I hit 4 times quite often, and then I try and speed read a book at the end. I'm sorry to all of my other residents that are waiting and waiting for books, but if you put it on hold, I can't redo that, so I don't feel that bad. That said, that's it for my library haul, guys. Thank you for being here. If you've liked this video and want to see future library hauls from me, go ahead and hit subscribe. Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a great December and holiday, and your snow is not taking your power out, and you're living life. Thanks for being here again, guys. Bye. Oh.